Hello everyone, welcome to 3ddesignacademy.com. In this lesson, I'm going to show you guys how to make slat patterns like this one over here. Now, unfortunately, Alias is not exactly super strong when it comes to patterns and parametric modeling, but it does have some functions, so let's go ahead and get started. Of course, if you want to make something like this, the first thing you need is a curve for the outline. So basically, you need a path. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to lay out some curves. So let's go ahead and make a curve from the top view like this. And of course, I need a corner, so I'm just going to make a curve for now like this. And we need a circle over here. Now for this, what I like to do is I actually like using the key point curve toolbox. So if you go to, if you click here, and it's going to pop out a key point curve toolbox like this. And if you go ahead and click on a circle, let me actually reset the tool. By default, it's set to segment 1 and it's degree 6. And when you create a curve from this, it's going to you're going to get something like this. But because I only need a quarter, I'm going to use the segment function over here. So I'm just going to increase the segments to 4, and what's going to do is it's going to create 4 segments of basically the key point curve tool for the circle, and basically you get 4 sections like this. So let's go ahead and delete that. And I'm just going to snap it over here. Now you can change the size because it's a key point curve toolbox. So if you go over here, actually, let me just click on the circle over here. Now, because it's a segmented into 4, it's going to be a little bit weird. So if you click on attributes and let's say you want a specific radius, you can change this over here. But as you can see, it's going to change only 1. Now, because I only need 1 section, I can just go over here like this. And let's do 300. That's all I need. Now you can delete all the rest of it. And I'm just going to move the pivot here and snap it like this. Of course, I do need to move this curve as well, like this, and that's done. Now after that, so after the path is done, of course, you're gonna need to do the individual slat. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to create a curve like this and just bring it straight up like that. And of course, if you're looking for a specific width, there are several things you can do. But for this one, I think a draft tool probably could be a very good use, make good use of it. So I'm just going to make a draft like this. Right now, by default, it's set to 10. Now, it really depends on the dimensions that you're looking for. Of course, I'm just basing off of the image, so I don't have a specific dimension that I have in mind. But let's say this is a furniture size, so maybe 10 mils is good. I don't know. But after that, I think the dimension, well, it looks pretty good. Maybe I'll go a little bit wider just to make it a little bit similar to what I see in the picture. So maybe I'll just go 20 mils instead. Maybe I'll just make it a little bit taller. So maybe I'll just grab the extend tool over here and I'll just increase the height like that. Maybe something like that should be pretty good, I think. I'm not sure. Yeah, it looks pretty close. So I'm just going to delete the curve, and of course you're going to need some thickness, and I'm pretty sure the thickness is a little bit smaller than the width of this one. So instead of 20 mils, maybe I'll just go 5. Actually maybe a little bit more. Maybe I'll just go 10, something like that. I think that looks pretty good. Now, when you're doing this, what you want to do is you want to group it. So first of all, I'm just going to delete the construction history, and I'm just going to group it. So now if I pick it as an object, it's already grouped. And when you're doing a pattern like this, what you want to do is you want to move the pivot to a specific point of the object. In this case, I'm just going to put it over here so that it starts right here. And what I'm going to do is under transform, there's something called a path array. Now by default, it's hidden under array. So all you have to do is just click and hold and you will see that it appears right here. And what I'm going to do is, well, actually, let me just reset the tool so that it's a little bit easier for you guys to follow. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to click on the path array over here, and it's going to say select objects to duplicate. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to click on this one, and I'm going to say build, and it's going to say select target curves. That means you want to select all of these curves or the path that you have created. Now there's an option for chain select. So if you click on this, it should click everything like this, and you'll see that the object appears. Now by default it's set to normal, which I'm not sure how it's orientating, but I actually never have been able to successfully use it. Now that's not, however, that is not the end of the world, because you can use tangent like this, and that's going to give you an orientation that's probably working a lot better for this particular function. Now, of course, the spacing is a little bit wide. So what I want to do is, well, you have two options. So I'm pretty sure for things like these, I'm pretty sure there is a specific spacing. So what I'm going to do, well, actually, I'm going to show you two options. First of all, there is number. So if you click on number, basically it's going to fit a specific number, in this case 16. So basically 16 slats within these curves. Now if you increase the number like this, it's going to, well, fit more within that specific distance. Now for mine, let's say it's a specific furniture and you want it to be a specific dimension. You of course want to change the spacing, and let's say you want to do 35 like this. It's going to try and fit 35 to it. But of course right now my curves are not specifically calculated, so it's going to go over, but I think for this demonstration I think it's perfectly fine. And there it is. So that's how you create the slats. Quite easy for this one. All right, so that's how you create the slats. Thank you guys for watching, and see you in the next one. Want to learn Autodesk Alias and digital sculpting? Then become a member at 3ddesignacademy.com, where you'll find hundreds of video tutorials ranging from basics, including curve creations, intermediate level tutorials such as this wheel, all the way to Class A modeling of the entire car exterior. Interested? Visit 3ddesignacademy.com.